Hello students, welcome back to my YouTube channel Mathematical Lens by Namita. In this video, we are going to continue with chapter number 5, Prime Time of grade 6 Mathematics of the new NCERT textbook, Ganit Prakash. And we are going to learn what is prime factorization and how it helps in determining if two numbers are co-prime or not, right? So, checking if two numbers are co-prime. So here teacher is asking, are 56 and 63 co-prime? We just understood the concept of co-prime in the previous video, right? They should not have any common factor other than 1. So Anshu and Guna, they're saying that if they have a common factor other than 1, then they are not co-primes. Let us check. So Anshu says 56, like it is 14 fours are 56 and 63 is 21. 3s are 63. So 14 and 4 are factors of 56 and 21 and 3 are the factors of 63. So there are no common factors. These numbers are co-primes according to Anshu. Now let us see what Guna says. She says, hold on. I can write 56 as 7 into 8 and 63 as 9 into 7. Now 7 is a common factor of both the numbers. So they are not co-primes, right? Now clearly we can understand that Guna is right here because 7 is a common factor. But what happened? Where did Anu go wrong? Because her factors were also correct. 14 4 is 56 and 21 3 is 61. So where did she go wrong? Let us understand that. Now, writing 56, 14 into 4 tells us that 14 and 4 both are the factors of 56. But it does not tell all the factors of 56. Similarly, 21 into 3 for 63. Right? Now, suppose if we take another example as 80 and 63. Now, there are many ways to factorize both the numbers. Suppose we take 80. So 40 into 2 is 80, 20 into 4 is 80, 10 into 8 is also 80, and 16 into 5 is also 80, right? And for 63, 9 into 7, 3 into 21, right? We can write more. Now, this question marks which is given here, both, it is given to say that there may be more ways to factorize them. Then how do we come to know that we have found all the factors of a particular number, right? So if a person chooses, like suppose this 40 and 2 and 9 and 7, so that person will say, yes, they are co-primes because there is nothing common, right? So suppose this person here, they have taken example of 16 and 5 and 9 and 3. There are no common factors, so we can say that they are co-primes. But will that be correct? It will be same as Anshu's mistake, right? So what this means, that is that a need to be more systematic. We need to find out more better approach of getting all the prime factors of a particular number to decide whether they are co-primes or not. So for that, this method of prime factorization, we need to know. So let us understand that. Now suppose that we take the same number, 56 is taken, and the same factors which Anshu had taken, 14 4s are. Now if we see 4 and 14 both are factors of 56, correct, but they are also composite numbers, right? So we can break down this further. We can break down 14 as 2 into 7, right? So instead of 14, it is written 2 into 7. 4 is also a composite number. So we can break down that also further. So it is 2 into 2 and 2 into 7. Now we got all the factors here. 2 and 7, the prime factors, right? So we cannot divide them further, right? So what is the difference here? 56, if 4 into 14, here we got the composite factors of 56. And here 56 is equal to 2 into 2 into 2 into 7. They are the prime factors of 56, which we cannot divide them further, right? So prime factorization, what does it include? It includes, it should be written as the product of all the prime numbers or the prime factors of that particular number, This is prime factorization, right? So the individual factors are called prime factors. Here 2 is repeated. So we can say that the prime factors of 56 are 2 and 7, right? So every number which is greater than 1 has a prime factorization because 1 has only one factor. Now the idea is the same. Keep breaking the composite numbers into factors till only prime numbers are left. Okay. So like the number 1 does not have any prime factorization because it is not divisible by any prime number. 1 is a special number. We have learned this earlier also. It does not have any prime factors. Now, what is the prime factorization of a prime number? Like 7. 7 is a prime number. Again, we cannot break it down any further. So we can break down only composite numbers as we saw the example of 56. We take the other example, the other number which Anshu and Guna were doing, 63. So Anshu wrote it as 63 is equal to 9 into 7, right? So we can break down this 9 again into 3 into 3 and 7 remains as it is. So we get all the prime factors of 63, right? So either you write 3 into 7 or you can write 3 into 7 into 3. Are they different? No, they are not different. You get the same prime numbers as 3 and 7 in both the cases, right? So the order does not affect, it does not change anything. Further, 3 appears 2 times and 7 appears once, right? That should be same. Otherwise, the order does not affect the prime factorization. So you can write 63 as 3 into 7 or 3 into 7 into 3. Both mean the same. But 3 and 7 both should be there and all numbers should be prime numbers. Not a single number should be a composite number. Then it is prime factorization. Right? Now we will understand it through the example of 36 which is given further